All right, I'm in the weekend round of the Coast to Coast tournament. I'm on hole number one. Let's go check out hole number one. Hole number one. All right, we're still stuck in the coronavirus. We're going to be stuck here forever. I'm telling you, yeah, people just, I don't know, man. I just think people around the United States just, I'll tell you, I don't want any. I'm Michigan. Been doing protests. They've been asked to liberate their state. They've got 13,000 new cases since they've been trying to liberate their state at the direction of our U.S. president. Their numbers are actually percentage wise some of the highest in the states as far as going up. Cracks me up. A lot of the states that are reopening, the numbers you're seeing online, go do some research and look at the numbers. The numbers are flattening out as far as if you want to look at it. Yes, it's flattening out. It's still on an upward rise. 1,131,000. So yesterday it wasn't our highest day total. We're always low in the middle of the week, and it always picks up as the end of the week comes. But yesterday was 36,000. That was our second highest day total yet of new cases. I was looking at, I've got a lot of friends that live in South Carolina, and I was looking at some of the numbers there. They got like 6,600 cases, but the South Carolina Health Department estimates that there's probably 36,000 people in the state of South Carolina that have the coronavirus, just because they don't have a lot of testing going on there, so they have no idea. So you go in and get tested, but you still can't get everybody else in your household tested. So it's hard to see like what the real numbers are, but the numbers are still going up, and there's just a lot of people in the U.S. that aren't paying attention to it. I'm usually pretty apolitical, but it's craziness. We're getting craziness coming out. So back to the real world, and where we're trying to have fun and just play a game. Let's go look at hole number one. That was my update for the day for Corona. I'm still just blown away by the stupidity. We have 50 countries in the United States right now is basically what we have. So if you're in your country and you're not liking how they're handling it, look around you, because it's not going to get, I think it almost feels like Washington's just dragging their feet. I like to see those armed protesters that were in Michigan go to Washington, D.C., and let's see how long they can walk around in front of the White House with guns and how long that lasts. Craziness here in the U.S. Craziness. Don't get it. So let's go back to the game here. That was a dose of reality. So let's get back to the game and have some fun. Hole number one is hole number two of Juniper Point, and I'm using a Grizzly on this hole, and I realized something for the very first time since we've got the new clubs, since the Grizzly's been up. So with my Hornet is at 100% accurate. Well, this one's still at 96, but even at 96, it's 1.1, 1.9, 2.2 per ring. And I've been playing my Grizzly, this new Grizzly that we got that's now 100% accurate. I've been playing it using my short iron numbers. And I kept wondering why I was a little bit off when I was in mid or min club with my Grizzly. It's like, man, I should be sinking more shots. When I'm at max, it's not a big deal because it's just one per ring. But I've been using my mid numbers. My mid number it should be 1.5, and I've been using 1.75 because I've been treating it like it's my short iron. And it dawned on me yesterday while I was taking a shot. Damn, I've been shooting this club wrong for like the last 3.5 months. I am taking a Grizzly, and I'm going to keep doing the shot that I've been doing on this because I set it up for the 1.75. So that's what I'm going to do. 1.1. And I'm doing the no move shot. I'm doing 3/4 of a backspin, 3/4 of a bar backspin, and one left-hand side spin. Here we roll. Getting out on the course. See if I can get it right. And even though my club hits at 1.5 at mid, I'm going to use the 1.75 because I've actually set the shot up for 1.75. And I'm too late into it to change. So here we go. 2.9 equals divided by 1.75. 1.8 rings. I'm doing 1 bar, about 3/4. And I'm doing 1.82 rings. So there's 1, 8. I got that 2 on there too. Ah, it hit great. Just a bit outside. Just a bit outside. I'm really surprised at the scores that I'm seeing this week. I know the minimum score is minus 22. It's minus 11 per side, whether you want to admit it or not. It's minus 11. And if you can pick up 3, you're raising yourself up to what on most courses would be the minimum score of minus 24. And I think we're going to see a lot of brackets where a minus 26 could win the bracket. And so if you can shoot better than a 26, you're giving yourself a really good shot. Now, I've got one teammate, Kyle. He's in a bracket where he shot a minus 28 and the leader's at minus 30. So, I mean, that's just how some brackets are going to go. But there's going to be a lot of brackets out there, I think, that are going to be with the, if you shoot a 27, 28, you got a shot. I think if Playdemic ever posted, though, like what the average winning score was, I think 28 is going to be a winning score. That's going to be a lot of brackets that won with a 28. But I'm going to see some of my teammates this week that shot 26s that are going to end up winning their bracket with a 26. So it doesn't take very many shots picked up in order to put yourself into a potentially good spot. And on this account, with my auto account, it's playing in a rookie masters bracket. And what the separation will be at the top is there'll be, like in a lot of brackets, you may see one person at 30 and one person at 28 and one person at 27 and 2 people at 26 and 8 people at 29 or 25. And you may see it like that. But in a rookie masters bracket, there may be 4 people at 28, or at 26 there might be 8 people, and at 25 there might be 12. And so you could shoot a 24, and in some brackets you could end up with a top 10. And in a rookie masters bracket, everybody's got such good equipment. And it's not about who you're playing out on the field, it's who's in your bracket. So the people that are in your bracket, the people that are in this bracket, I can guarantee everybody in this bracket is a masters, and there's at least half the people in this bracket that have got probably 4 to 10 million, 5 to 10 billion earned. So when you think about the chest that you're opening when you're winning that kind, we're talking high level tours. So you're opening up a lot of high level chests. And anybody out there that goes, well, you got really good clubs for playing a rookie, I can guarantee you half the people in here have better clubs than me. And so that's the thing about it is I'm not playing against rookies. I'm playing against people that have the same kind of stuff. Out there on the course, I may be playing against some experts or some people that don't have quite as good of stuff. But in my bracket, who I'm actually competing against, it's a totally different story. This hole right here is the one that's been ticking me off. I make this so much. This is all about hitting perfect into the cup. It's all about hitting perfect into the cup. Hit perfect, you're in it to win it. I'm going to take a Kingmaker. Only because I want to cut the wind down as much as I can. I'm trying to get as deep into that horn as possible. I'm not going to put a lot on it. I'm not trying to get way out there. I'm trying to get into my minimum short iron range. With a katana, it's been putting me kind of mid club. So I'm bringing the Kingmaker out to try and force it into minimum short iron. And I'm not going to put a lot of topspin on this because you don't have to put a lot of topspin to get out there. Put a little side spin on it just to bring it over. Just a little teeny bit of top spin. Just a little. I need to get all the way out there. I'm going to do a 10% adjustment, so it's 3-3. It's 3-3. Just try and hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. Trying to get up there into my minimum short iron. Say the heck. That should be good. That should be minimum short iron. If I get up there too close to that sand, I'm in maximum wedge. And I don't mind hitting maximum wedge, but I'm more comfortable shooting these shots from minimum short iron. It's one of those situations that for those of you that are in-bringer fans and you talk about the accuracy on an in-bringer, the accuracy really plays into effect when you're at max club. So if you're at max wedge and you find yourself at that, then yes, accuracy is a big deal. But with my wedge, I normally don't find myself at max club. And that's going for a ride there, buddy. They better hope I make this shot. There's min, so I'm right at minimum club. I blew past this hole yesterday. It really pissed me off. I don't normally end up blowing past the hole. It does roll out a little. My minimum club, 3.3 divided by 2, 1.65 rings. So there's 1, there's 5, there's 6, 5. Trying to hit it perfect. Oh, that's my problem on this hole all week is I just can't hit perfect. I hit perfect 3 times and I missed one of them. Actually, I take that back. I've hit on this hole 4 times perfect this week, and I missed 2 of them. One, it ran over the hole. I have no idea what the deal was. It was the same exact setup that I did right there, and it went in the hole and out. And then one of them I missed, and I have no idea what the deal is on that. I have no idea. I went back and watched that shot, and I have no idea. I went back and looked at my club numbers and looked at what I did for a pull and was like super analytical about it, and I have no idea. I have no clue why it missed. That's the thing about trying to get all the way up there is you can get up there where you give yourself a short little chip and it's a pretty easy shot, but it's not. I found that it's not consistent. And like you may come out and get it, bam, bam, you get it. It's all right, yeah. And then you may get it where you're in the sand or you're off in the water. And I'd rather have the shot where all you have to do is hit perfect. Of course, it takes perfect to try and get it into the hole. See if they can recover. They didn't do themselves any favors there, but let's see if they can. Hit it perfect. Hit it perfect. Let's see if they got their adjustment right. Not a chance. Good luck in the tournament. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Just trying to play the nice, easy stuff. Hole number 3. This is the big par 5. This is the hole. This hole right here is, let me go look at it. Just make sure I know what it is, but I want to City Park hole number 3. Hole number 3. Da-da-da-da. I'm trying to get all the way over. And what I have to my benefit is I have an extra mile 9, which is a game changer. So if you've got your extra mile maxed out to 8, problem is I was talking to one of my teammates earlier, Josh, green cheese. And the deal is if you've got an account that you've taken up to Masters, you can't go down to Tour 2 or Tour 3 and work on trying to get your extra mile. You can't go down there because you're playing against replays. And all that's going to happen is you're going to end up losing trophies, and they're hard to get back. Okay, Power 5 ball. Berserker. So you can't work on it. What you can do is if you have another account and you have two devices, you can play your other account on you can play friendlies. You can play your other account on your phone, and you can play an account on your tablet. You can play against each other so that you can take your upper developed account and go down and play Tour 2 and beat yourself up to try and harvest out extra mile cards. The thing I like about my 77 account is I play T7. That's as high as I've ever played. So I can play Tour 2 to T7 and get live action 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. When you take an account like my auto account and you take this account and you go up the scale and you're going for max trophies, and I've dumped half my trophies. Part of it is I dumped all my T10 trophies a couple years ago. And it's been a year and a half. I dumped all my T10 trophies trying to get where I could get live action down to T7, and that didn't work. So I switched accounts with a buddy for about it's probably 6 months to 9 months. And he played AUT and I played his account. And then he lost all my Tour 9 trophies, every single one of them. Well, not all of them. I think I still have 100 left. maybe 100. And most of my T8 trophies. Good job, Scooby. All right, I'm going to leave that wind in. What I'm going to do is it's 4. So I'm going to take the wind out. I'm taking the side wind out, and then I'm going to push the power back in. Trying to get over to the other side. Oh, I'm not going to make that. It's going to get caught up. I might maybe get lucky on the roll, but it's unlikely. That's going to get caught up in the rough. Faux show. I can hit that one ring great to the left, one ring great to the right, but not 2 rings great to the left, not 2 rings great to the right. It's either perfect, 1 ring great to the left or the right, and that's it. 2 rings is the killer. Killer. So now the goal is to put myself up in there in my short iron range. I can get as deep into it as possible. I'm going to get super greedy. My opponent will be in a fairly good spot. They might. No, not with a Marlin. They're going to be in their long iron range. If you had a power 3 ball right there, you might be just at your... You might be in a pretty good spot, but not with a Marlin. 2-7. That's a little less than a ring and a half. It's about a ring and a third. Trying to hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. See if I can eke myself up there and get as far up into my club as possible. And try and stay to the right a little so that I can open up that shot to the cup. A little bit of a side wind here going into the hole. See where I'm at in my club. I should be pretty deep into my club. I should be pretty close to minimum. See if my opponent can use that hill to funnel themselves back down there. The thing about this is, if you're trying to use that type of funnel, you got to hit it. You got to make a great wind adjustment. You got to have everything right so you don't hit too much through the break when you're trying to come back down the hill. See if we can get my eagle right here and recover recover from that bad drive shot. Let's see, where am I at in my club? There's min, so I'm right at minimum club. It should be 1.9 rings. Hitting it perfect. Give myself a look. Woo! Recovering. That's what I'm talking about right there. Getting the eagle the hard way. That's part of, I know that the minimum score is minus 11 per side, but really I've got the equipment that I should be able to get the eagle on that hole. And dropping that drive is not, that's no bueno. So picking it back up and getting back on track is definitely encouraging. Get a little blood flowing. Hole number 4, City Park, hole number 5. And this hole right here has been, I tell you, hole number 5. This hole's always like this for me. It's one of those holes that it should be like super. I get eagles on this hole, but it's not as consistent as I'd like. I'm gonna bring, hell with it. I'm gonna bring out. What am I gonna bring here? I'm gonna bring this bag right here. I'm gonna switch this up for a QB. I'm gonna switch to a Lucky Ball, which is a Kingmaker lookalike. I can use my rock, but my rock, I'm pretty much the same exact landing spot as far as where I'm starting the drive off. But my QB has a little bit more topspin. And I'm actually trying to hit out farther than I normally would hit here. And I'm not doing any special wind adjustment to the cup. Just a normal wind adjustment, no elevation. My opponent's got one of the new Power 5 balls. I think the benefit of bringing a Power 5 ball in a hole like this is that it will put you deeper into your club, so you're more apt to not be. I'm in between max and mid, and that's always a difficult spot to be in. Because like do I pick the mid number and then make an adjustment, or do I, what do I do on that? And I think I've seen some people bring out Power 4s and Power 5 balls on this. They did switch to a Power 3 ball, but I've seen people use bigger power balls. And I think the deal there is that it does put you you're more apt to be towards mid club. We will see. I timed out on this yesterday. I had a D bag of an opponent. It was emoji spamming me, and I didn't have time to, it's 2-3. I didn't have time to turn the emojis off. Timed out. Then I came back and made the shot for eagle to save my birdie. Hitting it perfect. Trying to run out there as far as I can. And normally right there is where I want to stop. But I'm trying to run out a little bit farther. Trying to get a little bit deeper into my club so I'm more towards mid. My opponent's got a thorn. They're going to try the max backspin shot. There's a time when, I have no problem with max backspin shots. There's a lot of especially par 3s, I have no problem with them. But this hole right here, you do have a great shot to run it up there. I hope they make it. If they were at Max Club, that would have been about a ring and a third, because I think the thorn's somewhere in the 1.9, 2.0 per ring. In the hole. Ooh, it got robbed. Close. Nice shot. Close. There's min. I'm about mid club here. It has been running out just a little bit, so I'm at mid club, so it's 2.2 divided by 1.75. It's 1.25 rings. Hitting it great to the right. Anticipation. Anticipation. We both missed it by that much. By that much. What's funny is if I'd hit that perfect, it would have been right on the other side of the cup. It's almost like there needs to be like a 5% adjustment there. Would have been close. It would have been close on the other side, but I think it would have went in. Maybe. It'd have been super close. It might have missed on the other side. And I'm never sure when I'm on this hole if it's that I need to do an adjustment or if it's just that I'm not truly in that point in my club. Best clan ever. I've never seen them before. I will forfeit. Good luck in the tournament. All right, we're on hole number 5. Hole number 5. This is the mid par 3. So let me go look at it just to make sure I'm thinking of the right hole. City Park hole number 1. And I am. And I'm taking a Saturn and a Navigator. What's funny on this hole is I've hit the hole in one on this hole twice this week. Once on a grate to the right and once on a grate to the left. I hit a grate to the left. I'm not sure if it was in this account or my 77 account, but I hit a grate to the left and it went in. I think it was in this account. And then in my 99 account yesterday, I hit a grate to the right and it went in. I actually think I might have caught this one yesterday in my 77 account. I really wasn't paying attention yesterday. I was just playing the round. I was just playing them one hole at a time, and I really wasn't paying attention to what I was shooting. I got done with my round yesterday, my opening round in 77, and I shot a 29, and I was kind of surprised because I wasn't paying attention to where I was at. I was just trying to play the holes and just going out there and playing them one hole at a time and not really thinking about what the score was. I knew at the end of I shot a minus 15 on the front. Started it off really good with 4 eagles. Started off good, so then, it sets you up a little bit better when you can start off good. That's for dang sure. Faux dang show. I'm going to put a little bit of this on it. All right. Let's get where we can see. There's 1. There's 2, and just a smidgen. Maybe on the quarter up, right there. 3.7. 3.7 times 1.1 divided by 1.9. 2.14 rings. 2.14. Trying to hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. Can't believe I got a little log laggy there. See how laggy it's getting? Little too far. And that was 1, 2. I was right there is where I was at. Almost seems like I needed to be right there. That's the thing with those backspin shots is they're inconsistent. You're consistently close, but it's inconsistent to get, you know, like if you count on it, they're inconsistent. I know I'm not happy about the lag that I'm getting. I know yesterday in my 77 account, one of the reasons I was hitting so good is because I had 0 lag during that time period. I mean, it was nice. I mean, the needle wasn't jumping. It wasn't doing anything. It was just, you know, just doing the thing. This lag is a killer. I will forfeit. Can't believe how many people are wasting those. I'm always just, you know, they've got these new balls out and people are just like, you're on a par 3 and you're using a par 5 off. Okay, come on, man. Really? All right, hole number 6. Hold on, I'm going to turn my dang grid on. Let's get rid of that. Let's turn my grid on. Of course, it only took me 5 holes to turn it on. Hold on, I'm going to fire the game back up again and see if I can get rid of this lag. All right, I'm back. So check out hole number 6. What I find crazy about this game is the old game that I used to play, which was a castle building game. You'd have 200 castles out there with 40 million troops out attacking, and we wouldn't get lag. But here we're playing just one other opponent, and we seem to get big lag. Always, I don't know if that's, I think in some cases it is your opponent's internet connection. All right, going nice and easy at this. I was talking to one of my teammates, Kyle, this morning. We were talking about this hole right here, and this hole cracks me up. It cracks me up on how many people. We'll have to see what my opponent brings out here. But this shot that I'm taking with the big topper, unless I hit this shot, and I'm taking that right there, but I do want to switch this out for a Grizzly. Because this shot will be with my Grizzly, and I'm taking a King Maka. Try and cut the wind down. Let's bring the lucky ball, see if we can get lucky and get an Alba here. This is almost a foolproof shot. I mean, if you hit it 1 ring great to the left or the right or perfect, you're in the clear. You hit it 2 rings great to the left or the right, you may have a problem, but you might be able to get away with it. And it's almost a foolproof shot. And I'm seeing so many opponents, a lot of the opponents I'm seeing shoot forward. I think yesterday, 4 times yesterday, my opponent shot into the rough. They didn't even make it over. They just shot into the rough. There's a 20% wind adjustment on this if you're trying to use an extra mile. But why would you use an extra mile? Because you can't get all the distance on an extra mile. You will get more distance with a big topper and a Titan than you will with an extra mile and a Titan if you're hitting straight forward. And if you're having to pull your extra mile back from the red line, then you're definitely going to get more yardage with your big topper. And this shot over here, I'm always mystified. I guess they have a level 8 extra mile, so you know they have a maxed out sniper, or excuse me, quarterback. And why? I guess they're married to their extra mile. You know, like that's the only club that they have in the bag. You can get over there with a QB and it's 100% accurate. You can hit all kinds of bad stuff over there and still make it with your QB. They hit it perfect and they're going to go right down the center and it's going to be beautiful. But why would you take the risk? Why would you do that? You can end up in that same exact spot with a QB and you have less problems. You could argue, well, yeah, but I hit it perfect and I was over there. But yes, you did. And you made it over there. Good job. Good job. But why wouldn't you want to give yourself a better shot of getting over there every single time by using a QB? I don't get it. So 3-9. Wind's going to push me forward, and I'm going to Be 2 rings off that separation, and I'm going to put just a little teeny bit of overpower on, just rubbing the nubs. Hit it 1 ring great to the left. About 4 rings of distance. Plenty of room. Plenty of room. You get more yardage if you hit out if you hit that perfect. The way it slides across that fairway, the goal is to get to about 390. So I'm about 11 yards short. That'll put me right at max long iron. If you hit that perfect, that shot right there, 2 rings off the separation, little teeny bit over, power max, top spin, let the wind stay in. It rolls better on a perfect shot, and you can pick up, you can get, I think the farthest I've been out there this week is 400, and I got 400 with my lowest level account. Doing the same exact shot, I just hit that spot out there where the ball slid forward. All right. 5% to the cup. 1.05 times 1.9 equals 2 rings. Yeah, I'm right at max. It has been rolling out just a little bit. I'm going to go right to that side of the cup. So it's 2 rings. Trying to hit it perfect. Oh, can't catch it perfect to save my butt today. That's why I have a practice account. And that's why I'm playing my practice account first instead of my. I always get up in the morning on the weekend rounds and I debate. Do I feel lucky? Because there are days where I get up and I'm on fire and I played my practice account. Any banners that you see in my auto account are on those days where I got up and I went, I'm going to play my practice account first to get one more round of practice in, get the weekend jitters out, and I'm on fire. And sometimes that equates over and I'm still on fire when I play my 77 account. And sometimes I'm like, okay, I got it out of my system and now I'm back on the flat again. I think I've got two tournaments that I won double golds, but usually this is a practice account. I will burn this account to the ground to practice shots for my 77 account. That's why I have a practice account. All right, I will forfeit. Hold on 1 second. All right, hole number 7. I'm back. My mom called. I had to deal with mama. Looking at, and then I had a buddy call. I had another buddy call and I haven't called him back. Got to call them back. Hole number 7, Juniper Point, hole number 7. Interruptions while you're playing. That's the deal. This hole right here, I love this hole. I don't know how many hole-in-ones I've had in this hole, and it's the wind this week is driving me crazy. I've seen there is a bunch of different shots that you can do. I know there's a no move. I know there is a rough bump that you can do over here. There's a bunch of different ways that you can come at this, and I'm not doing that. I'm working a spot. So, and that's what I would encourage you to do is work a spot. Find a spot that's replicatable for your stuff. So I'm taking a sniper and a navigator. Sniper and a nav. Win 2 sniper. I must have a sniper in one of these bags. I must. I'm doing a 30% wind adjustment. And I'm just trying to do anything in my power to end up on the left-hand side of the cup. And I'm going to aim right at it and put on about 1. I'm going to put on a little bit of left-hand side spin. See if I go first. Times whatever the wind is. Whatever. Raw flex. Raw flex. Vamos, Mexico. See how close my opponent can get. Watch, they'll be in the hole. Blind, eyeball it, in the cup. And we'll release up towards it. Little short. See what our wind is. 2.3 equals. And I want to be over just a titch. About 2 topspin. Right there's right at it. I'm going to put on just a little sliver to put me off on that side of the cup. 2.3 is, with the adjustment, is a 3-ring pull. There's 1, 2, 3 rings. Ah. I like my speed there. And look at how far I was off on the left-hand side of the cup. If I hit that perfect, it probably would have been on the left-hand edge of the cup. Probably would have missed it on the left-hand side. I'm doing anything I can to try and get. It would have been better if I'd hit that perfect so I could have seen where that was at. But everything's pushing to the right, no matter what I've done. I started off, I'm just trying to get my, it's like the more wind adjustment, the more I push into the wind to take the wind out, and the more I push it to the left, it still doesn't matter. It's still going to the right. It's a crazy deal. I mean, if you go from 10% to 30%, you would expect that you're going to end up farther to the left, and it's still putting me to the right. Craziness. It's all right. It's how it rolls. That's how the ball rolls. It'll be one of those deals I'll get in, it'll go in or it won't. I'm not too extremely worried about it. But it would be nice if it would go in, or if I could at least get closer to it. All right, hole number 8. This is City Park, hole number 2. And this is the hole right here that's causing, I'm seeing tons of people. Playdemic came out with like holes that people were having a problem on, and this hole right here was 29% right there. Almost 30% of the people were getting pars on this hole. I'm 4 rings off of this transitional surface out here. Watch my center line. I'll line it up so that I'm using my center line. I am getting greedy. I'm trying to get into my minimum wood. And I'm using a rock. The rock. And a sniper. And I'm using a Kingmaker. I'm using the Kingmaker lookalike. Let's see if we can get lucky. The lucky ball. And I'm 4 rings off the transitional surface. So it's clear ring off. So I'm going to put my center line, so my center line's right there on the rough tip. And I can't reach that far. So when it's fully extended, I'll be 4 rings off of that. Watch my center line and watch, I'll have it right on the tip there. And then watch where my clear ring's out. It'll be right on the other side of it. So that's my spot. Max left-hand side spin. Max left-hand curl. Or excuse me, max left-hand side spin, max left-hand curl. If you're just trying to lay up in the thing, it only takes, if you're using a QB, I think on my level 8. Do I have a level 8 QB in my 99 account? It might be level 8. I'm using about 2.5, 2 3/4 top spin. It doesn't take a lot to get yourself out into this area. The thing I like about trying to set up shots where I'm using max curl is they're a lot more repeatable. Because if you come out to a hole like this and you're like, okay, where my opponent's aiming right there, they're going to end up in the sand. Now, if they put on that little teeny bit of curl, what is like, how much curl do I put on? Do I put on that much or do I put on, and they're still going to, that looks to me like it's going in the sand. Now the wind was blowing to the left, so it may clear them, but it's hard to replicate that because you're at some invisible number in the middle, like I'm at half curl or I'm at 2/3 curl. If you're going to set up a big curl shot, try and set it up so I'm right off of that transitional area, putting on all the side spin I can get on with that top spin. And then I am right at eking towards 4 rings off. Taking the wind out plus 10%, so that's 2, somewhere in that neighborhood. Max curl. No overpower. And I hit it great on the inside. The worst spot to hit it is great on the left. And just going through. The one thing I will say about hitting it great to the left is on that second bounce, it hits, there's a hill going down to the right, and it throws the ball to the right. And so it doesn't, it should have been farther to the left, but from where it was at, it's not bad. Yeah, I'm doing +5 to the hole, +5% to the hole, times whatever the wind is, divided by 1.5 per ring. I'm in minimum club. And the thing I like about being up there and why I'm getting greedy is because I can get my second bounce so that it's at the top up here on the fringe of the green instead of on that hill face. Because when I'm on that hill face, it's taking an irregular bounce and it's wanting to throw it to the right. And so I'm trying to get far enough in there so that I can start off where I'm not on that hill face. And that way the ball's traveling a little bit more consistent. See right there where he hit, and it's taking an irregular bounce when it hits on that hillside. So 1.5 times whatever the wind is, 2.8 equals divided by 1.5. It's right at about 2 rings. So I can get way up here and get that bounce so that it's right towards that edge of the cup. It's 2 rings. There is 2 rings. Trying to hit it perfect. Hitting it great to the right. And I can't hit anything perfect today. It's all great to the right, great to the right. And even I got caught up in that where I'm getting that irregular bounce. But that was great to the right. Yesterday, it's in the same dang spot. And yesterday, it seemed like I was literally my second bounce was way up there at the top. I had to use a little bit of backspin to hold it to the hole. I'm not sure what was different there. Not sure. I got a rare eagle on this hole yesterday. This has never been a hole for me where it's a high percentage eagle hole, but I did pick up an eagle yesterday in my 77 account on this hole. And that's a rare eagle for me on this. I've picked up eagles on this hole, but it's not a normal deal. Let's see if we can get the Albie on hole number 9 though. Hit the Albie in this account in the opening round on the front. Just barely missed it on the back. Almost double Albied it. And I was able to get an Albie in I missed it in my 77 account, and then I got it I did pick up the Albie on the back. So 4 times at it and 2 Albies and 2 pretty close. All right, hole number 9. How much time we got on the video? No, I better get right on it. I know what hole we're playing. So if the video ends real quick, thanks for watching. I'll start it off. I'll pick it right up. I'll pick up the action right where I left off on the other one. So I'm using a extra mile, and I'm using a sniper. I'm using a power 3 ball. I'm using a Kingmaker. It's not the king of balls, but it's close to it. Maybe another one behind that. Nope. No dice. Let's go pick up hole number 9. So I'm doing max top spin -1. Doing one less than max top spin, and then I'm pulling it back just a little bit, and I'm aiming just slightly to the left of the flag or of the ball marker, the yardage marker out there. So there's a little red yardage marker right there, and I'm aiming just a little to the left of that. And I am taking out 20% on the drive. And I will tell you this, if you're hitting up to this pad right here, I'm in my 99 account, I was hitting out to the end here, and then I started hitting out to the pad here just to demo that shot. You don't need to do an additional wind adjustment if you're hitting to this pad because you're actually at the same level. But if you're hitting this shot down here, down into that area, you need to do an extra wind adjustment. Hitting 2 rings, almost 3 rings, great to the left is not good. What's up, Buster boy? What's up, Buster? Good chance that'll end up in the rough. They will have a shot from there. If you got a Nirvana in your bag, you do have an Albie shot from that spot. So there's max. I'm going to go 1 less than max. And then I'm going to pull back just a little. And then I'm going to do, that's 2.8. 2.8 times 1.2. It's 2.4. Is that right? 2.8. 3.6. I'm going to do about that much. Typed it into my calculator wrong. Hitting it great to the right, which is where everything today is going. It's great to the right. As long as the second bounce hits the fairway, I'm good. Just bleeding off out there. That'll give me a sniper to the cup. No, I'm not going to do any elevation adjustment here. It's just a straight up shot right at it. At Max Club. 1 per ring. Let's see if my opponent can get this right. I'll tell you what, coming into this green from this angle, there's a spot out there that you can get to, and it'll slide. And it'll throw you way off the other. I mean, you'll come flying off of it like you're a surfer. Come flying over that wave and end up in that sand over there. There's a spot. There's a lot of these City Park holes that have that slide glitch where you can hit an area where everything's going good, and then all of a sudden it'll pick up speed. All right, we got an Albie shot here. Of course, I'd have to hit it perfect into the cup in order to have any real shot at it. Right at Max Club. It's 3.9 per ring. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 rings. Trying to hit this perfect. Hitting it perfect. Give myself a look. Get in the hole. Not a chance in hell. Not a chance in hell. That side spin didn't play into it as much as it said it was going to. I did give myself a look. In the hole, eagle. So just playing the nice clean round. Didn't have anything super exciting here. I was able to pick up 3. I think that's all that I was able to do. Nothing else. Nothing else special. I think that was a minus 12. And I am like right on the limit. So it may end up doing the thing. So that was the front 9. Thanks for watching. I'll keep shooting here and see if I can get back to the screen just so we can see where I'm at. I think I am at minus 12. I don't think I've had anything special. Hopefully everybody had or is having a great weekend round. Good luck. Don't know if they're on hole 9 or hole 18, but good luck. So shooting the minus 12 on the front. Need to pick up, my goal is to try and pick up 2 on a side, and I didn't do that. But coming in with the minus 12, not going to light the world on fire, but that's not going to hurt me too bad. Hopefully I can pick it up a little bit on the back and start hitting some perfects instead of all these greats to the right. And we will see a bunch of other people at minus 12, so it's going to be tight up there at the top, tight. And this is a relatively new bracket, so trying to just work my way up and see where we end up. All right, thanks for watching. That was the Coast to Coast tournament in the weekend round in the rookie division. Thanks for watching.